Okay, so, but how do I get the ammo in the first place? I get it the same way that you do, by finding it in raid. I get it the same way, which means, obviously, if you play a game more than somebody else, and you put in the time in like this type of game, you're gonna have more shit in your stash. That's just a fact of the game. Like, there's no way around that. But I won't be able to do it as consistently. Every single raid I play, I won't be able to spam fucking, you know, all the M61 and shit. Up to that guy. So more often, you're gonna run into people that don't have good ammo. It doesn't, you can't, like, it literally doesn't make any sense. You can't say I don't play the game a lot, so this hurts me. Because you don't play the game a lot, so you would never get your traders maxed up anyway.
Or did the good ammo crafting get removed as well?
No, there's still crafting. But crafting only gives you you can only craft so much in a day. If you play 8 hours a day, you're crafting like, I don't know,
I think making M80 to
240 rounds of BP. How long does 240 bullets last if you're playing 8 hours a day? Not that much.
The EFT subreddit has done irreversible damage to the community amount.
Stay off of that. Like, that doesn't last you that long. You're gonna see less people running top tier ammos if nobody can buy it from traders.
21 months LVNDMARK juice love the massive wipe streams here lately. Followed through with an Aero M5E 1.308 build chat, and you recommended my last sub. That shit booty spicy MHM 500 meter coke and about to go boom with a voodoo.
Thank you, Chaos. Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Jays.
Sup, Tony.
The Broken Wings. Thank you. You need to make high tier armor hard to get if they're gonna make those changes. I mean, yeah, like I said, they obviously need to tweak some things, but regardless. Regardless, the only thing that changed is that people that have max traders have less access. Attack 30 is not that great.
34 months, big dog. Keep up the good work.
If you remove stuff purchasable for max traders, all it means is that the people that play more have less of the good stuff because they can't buy it from max traders.
There is not a big benefit to fight people. Sure, they might have some fur gear, but may.
Well, yeah, that's a separate issue, though. That's a separate issue.
I think these changes are also what's gonna make fighting so much more enjoyable. Yes, and right. Smoking big joints in Irish.
All good ammo needs to be found in raid now. Most of it is no longer purchasable from traders.
To play this game solo and am afraid to push fights. What should I do to improve and get over this irrational fear so I can become a gigakid like you?
Stop being a bitch and push fights, and probably don't play on a laptop. I don't know what this guy is going on about. Making M80 Peacekeeper 4 was pointless. M62 is a quest unlock, so not necessarily. And you can only buy 50 rounds of M62 from max traders now. Which, realistically, how long is that gonna last you?
almost 2 years. Thanks for getting me though the work weeks.
Thanks, Ghost.
More Sailor and Sony in zone content. Please.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Right now you can buy 50 rounds of M62 every Peacekeeper reset if you have it. So say somebody's a sweat and they play the game 8 hours a day. They're getting 100 to 150 rounds of M62 per day at most, realistically. There's obviously other ammos in the game, but the rest of it is through crafting and such. So you're going to be a lot more limited on how much you can craft. I think they need to tweak some of the things like the crafts and the barter trades and the trader amounts, but as a concept, it's a good step. They just ruined the game. Again, no, they didn't. If anything, they improved it and they made it more fair across the board for people who play it.
I work a 40-hour week. I work from 6 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and I have 2 large dogs that need a lot of attention. I'm now level 20 in this game and I think that's pretty much in the middle from the beginning of the wipe. What I'm saying is everyone has a chance to level up to get better stuff in the game. Some tweaks would be decent. It seems like they are in the right direction.
Well, everyone can level up, but I don't.
How do you feel
I don't
about
understand.
the scopes removed from traders? I'm here for it personally.
It was
Sorry if you've answered this a million times already.
Very necessary. Top tier scopes are way too good for how common they were. They need to be more rare and more expensive.
I'll give you my prime sub because you're worth it. Ty for entertaining us.
Worse, thank you for the 16 months.
Hello, Dad.
Stone, thank you.
I like the changes.
Respectfully disagree.
About the M80 change.
Let's be real. If you think that the game it was healthy in the game to have instant switch between 1x and 6x every single raid on every single gun at all times, to just to full auto at close range and then one tap at fucking 150 meters with no penalty at all, like, come on. Look at every single meta gun build that anybody makes in this game. It has a voodoo or a razor scope on it. If that doesn't signal that something is overpowered and too available, then I don't know what does.
One thing remains constant and true. If you ain't hitting those headshots, you doing something wrong. So stop bitching about ammo being moved and start hitting those headshots.
Although you might see more like meta going around now. Might see more strategies of like meta. Depends what people do. If people start running more visors or something, you might see more like. How do you get voodoo or razor? Found in raid only, it seems like, or buy on the flea. But I don't necessarily think you should be able to buy it on the flea. It should probably just be found in raid only. Be crafted? No. There's no. I believe it's only found in raid or on the flea right now for these scopes.
Mr. Tony, how do you feel about Lorna Shore?
Great band. They made the game harder for the casual player. Again, no they didn't. No they didn't. They made it harder for the people that non-stop play the game.
Or maybe the two scopes you only ever saw were the only non-buggy, viable optics?
No. There's tons of scopes in the game. There's the TAC 30, there's the fucking the Bravo, the Hammer scope, there's the Valde. There's a ton of scopes in the game. The Voodoo and the Razor are just by far the best, so everybody runs them. I don't, what? How could you even There's so many scopes, there's so many optics in this game, and people run 2. Maybe 3 if you count EOTechs for whatever reason. Like, people run the same 2 guns with the same 2 scopes with the same attachments every single raid, and you guys are complaining that that's changed now. I don't understand it. Last wipe was Mutant RD with Voodoo and Razor scope every single raid. BP ammo, drum mags, every single raid. People like me had fucking 12,000 rounds of 7.62 BP in my stash, and I could get unlimited Mutants, Voodoos, Razors, RDs, and I could spam them every single raid for 12 hours a day, and now I can't do that. It's good. It's good changes. Obviously needs more tweaking, but like, it's a start. Jester, thank you for the 2 months. And then you say, but the casual players couldn't have done that last wipe because they're casual players, and it took them fucking 5 out of 6 months of the wipe to even level up max traders. So for 5 months straight, they were getting absolutely shit on by people like me that were running the best shit in the game all the time, every single raid, non-stop, because we had traders and you didn't. Now we can't do that. Gotta mute this man. Bro, you should mute your fucking self. Holy scabs. I got my stamina.
What more changes should they make?
Oh, what the fuck? This is a player scab. I'm just gonna dance around. You can't kill me. You little bitch. You can't aim, dude.
My 0.